So here it is. This whole ship, I've been sitting here drawing this morning and putting, well, most of the pieces together from this boat analogy. You're a boat, charting a course toward a life worth living. And all the parts and the pieces stand for a different part of your life. And as I've been sitting here this morning, I have been using the crow's nest to be able to do this. You'll notice the crow's nest right up here, the little dude sitting in there. The crow's nest is at the top of the mast. The mast, of course, is your strength, which is anchored in the deck of your awareness. And it is also connected to all the ropes and riggings of your self-discipline. Now, that little dude has the spyglass of imagination, and he is looking forward toward what he's curious about. What port is he going to be pulling into? Or maybe he's going home to a safe harbor. Or if he moved to the other side, then he could take a look at the past and take a look at where he came from and maybe what he's moving away from or what he's learned along the way. That's the path. Back is the past, forward is the future. You'll notice along the sail, in front of the sail are the flags that are attached to the self-discipline. Those flags represent your message and your identity. And so I put the flag of equality because I believe that we are all God's children and that we all deserve equality, no matter who we love or who loves us back. I also have the flag from Michigan because I live in Michigan, but then there's the flag from California because I'm from California. And those are a part of your soul, or my soul, our soul. And then connected to the mast with all of those riggings. Looking down by the mast, you'll notice the little dude standing on the deck. There's one guy here, he is swabbing the decks, and the other guy is helping out, moving all of those riggings around. That's our crew. We always need to remember that we are not doing this all by ourselves. We have a crew, whether it's our family and our friends or our neighbors or our community. We have people, and we need people to be able to sail and chart a course to a life worth living through daily life. Then there's the lamps. Those represent the navigation lights, which is about our visibility and being able to be seen out on the seas of life. The beautiful lady on the front of the ship, that's your face. And that helps you recognize how you are facing the waves of your challenges. And then there's the anchor. The anchor is about your passion and your projects. It helps to think about where are you going to be, what is it that you throw out to anchor yourself, to share this idea with your people. You are currently looking at my passion project. This boat analogy is something that anchors me to you. I keep talking about this boat analogy because it's heavy and it's my thing to get to talk about. You'll notice here these three things, 1, 2, 3. These are your cannons, and they're on the deck of awareness, but they also stick out beyond that. And your cannons are how you protect yourself. It's your awareness of threats, and you need to be able to recognize the threats within and outside of yourself as well, and use your words and actions to protect yourself. Within the body of the ship, you will notice that there are the portholes, and these portholes represent the things that you're hungry for. There's the porthole that has your provisions in it, and there's food and barrels of stuff, and you'll see this looks like links of sausages or something because you're always needing food. And there's the galley because you need 3 meals a day, and you got to clean up the dishes from that because that's a part of every single person on the face of the planet needs to eat food and has dishes to clean up. It's just a part of life. And then there's the guys here that are playing darts, and there's a table with cards and maybe a beverage. And that represents fun. Those guys are having fun. And you'll notice that porthole is directly underneath the mast because when you have fun, you feel stronger. And it helps to bond you to your crew. It gives you a life worth living. God, we need to have more fun in our lives. And then, of course, to balance it all out, there's a little dude sleeping in a hammock because we all need sleep. We need to be able to give ourselves rest. And being able to give ourselves making sure that we have what we need. See this big, dark, heavy thing at the bottom? That is the keel of the ship. It's really heavy because it represents our responsibilities. When we make sure that we are taking care of our responsibilities, getting the food that we need, making sure we're having fun with our people, and giving ourselves enough rest to be able to recover and function properly, that the keel of those responsibilities helps to keep everything balanced and stable. There is a buoy right outside the boat, and that buoy represents the stable relationships that help you find yourself. I'm hoping and praying that this boat analogy is a buoy for you, to be able to help you see yourself as you're sailing the seas of life. And then at the back, of course, is the rudder. Your attitudes like the rudder on a ship, keeping it adjusted appropriately will help you get to where you need to go. Up here in the mind of the ship, the bridge, the captain's office, as it were, you can see the maps that show where you've been and where you're going. There's also the compass, which is your values that helps point you in the right direction. You'll see the ship's log, which is the train of thought that you have during the day, as well as the ideas and strategies that you use to get where you need to go. There's also the sextant, which represents the working knowledge that you know how to get to, you know how to do things, you know how to get places. I knew how to use a pencil and draw this boat analogy out into something that I'm hoping can be a source of stability and help and hope. And so if you'd like to hear more about this, or if you are interested in helping me to publish this idea into books, I would love to hear from you. And in the meantime, I hope you have a wonderful day. Thanks for showing up.